We are not the one-dimensional beings. So that was important. Now, I want to talk to you about this. And by the way, you just brought in like a whole nother talking point, because I said to you at the beginning that we have this causal field. It's on the level of the mind, and it's identification of self as separate. It's who we think we are with everything we've chosen to learn through limiting beliefs, agreements made in fear. Right now, we're going to talk about collective agreements rather than maybe familial, but primarily collective social agreements. So we have the causal, we have the astral, which are the feelings in response to the thoughts and beliefs, but then we have the body, that is the reconciliation of both. And so there's an entire like the spiritual wisdom that says any indication of disease, injury, illness, even accidents, and in this conversation, I'm going to say habitual tone, which might even mean just being overweight, is an indication as to where the spiritual work lies in your life. And by the way, right side with respect to masculine, so the granddad on the right shoulder, and left side with respect to feminine. And feminine on the left, as you describe as like a dark cloud, could be your relationship with yourself as a woman, could be something that your mother or another woman modeled for you as a role model of what your value is as a woman. There's a cloud there. So that cloud is either going to be a lesson that was introduced to you in your family life that needs to be like the unconscious made conscious on the causal field, like unraveled and rewritten, maybe forgiven of someone else or yourself. And then the accountability. Oh, we need to talk about the accountability of knowing that actually in the highest spiritual picture, every single thing is neutral and there is nothing to be forgiven. Mm-hmm. So that's a biggie. Like that's a biggie. I think we better just put that on the side burner right now. But the body is the message of the relationship between causal and astral. And those are the manifestations right and left sided. So I'm going to say that in the masculine deliberate creation of your life, masculine energy is like creation. I better say that differently. Masculine energy technically is consciousness and feminine is creation. But here it is. Masculine is action, like giving, and feminine left is like receiving and feeling. So you've taken this huge action in your life. It is definitely okay with me if Hatcher is in the picture. So your new fur baby, I have a new fur baby too. Yeah. So the thing is that you've taken some action in your life. You've been really deliberate about the creation of your life in the way of form and your presentation to the world. But in the feminine realm, you still have some kind of fear, which is probably, I'm going to call it like conformity to an agreement made in fear in your family or collectively. And what you know is that what everyone knows is that here in the Western world, especially, we put something upon women as a collective agreement that they should look this way, have this physique, have this appearance, and anything, I'm going to call it, have this entire event that I call Beloveds. I'm going to help you change your relationship to gravity as you deepen your relationship to time. And when we talk about women, we talk about women on this collective agreement, which by the way is the illusion, the Maya of the relationship to time. And so what we as a society have told women is that as they deepen their relationship to time, their value diminishes. And that is not the truth. That is the collective should that we hold against ourselves, right? Where do we go with that? Well, where we go with that is, Botox and all the things that we do because we're afraid that our value will diminish as we have more experience with time. So again, there's this collective agreement of you have to look this way and you have to weigh this much and you have to wear this and, and all of these things that we abide by. And then we constantly measure ourselves to the collective. And if we feel like we're not measuring up, then we hold it against ourselves. This is what I hope for all of us to free ourselves from collective agreements and really tap into our authentic truth